to get these lanes going. The question is, can they get that early lead? We'll dive a little bit more into the comps when we actually get into the game, but it is definitely a bit of a clash of styles here as Misfits looking to continue.
This time around, he's got a bit of a CS lead. It looks like he will be able to take an uncontested Cloud here, but can he get more? Can he start to snowball for Excel?
Well, I think that from Excel's perspective, they don't need to snowball anything. I think that they do scale quite well. You know, we talked a little bit about this in the draft, where a lot more responsibility from Misfits comes on getting their solo laners ahead, which is why I was quite surprised to see this bot lane gank. I would have thought the Razork would want to path back up towards his mid-top side, want to be here in the event that there was an opportunity available to them. Now that Cryze is for it, let's have a look at the mid wave very quickly. Is VTO good? No, he's stuck underneath his tower, so this is just a two-man push right now. Olaf is on the way as well. Let's see if they can pull this one off.
Only a Doran shield. Cryze doesn't have the chance to back. He's low on mana. The TP's now coming in, but it is a level 6 Cho'Gath. Stun now coming in. Geared on the follow-up. Dan trying to punish in the meantime. Level 5 Olaf to the level 6 Jace. Still strong overall, but Checolad on the way forward. Here it just going to get statted down here, but they donate the kill over to Checolad. And overall, 1-for-1 trade, burning a lot of resources on both sides.
Okay, so this would have been more ideal for Misfits if they could have gotten the opportunity for VTO to be able to roam up, but instead he commits the TP. That draws the minion aggro, keeps the wave alive. Oh, and now they're actually going for an all-in on bot.
Punish, they should have TP advantage here as well. This is a little bit of an overstep from the side of Vander. Good roam coming in from Cryze. That's going to be one dead cow. And XL, solid punish on the bot lane aggression.
And this is huge for the bot lane matchup as well, because now the wave is pushing towards Patrick and Torre. Will Cryze lose a bit of farm? Yes, but look at what Checolad is doing in the top lane. He's pushed that wave in. No freeze is going to come through, but Misfits not slowing down with the aggression.
Pantheon on the way in. Comet Spear going to connect in the meantime. Just a jump in onto Patrick. That's going to be one. They will not fish for a second, but just kills traded back and forth across the map.
So what was an initial mistake from Vander that gets rightfully punished by XL with a good use of the teleport and good lane assignments, immediately gonna come through. No flash from that earlier gank onto Patrick, and that means an easy kill comes through from Misfits. So that was really important, because that wave was in a very awkward spot for Kobe, and he could have lost a lot.
Vander gonna get knocked back here. Level 4 still, just absolutely deleted. And that right there, caught in a position he absolutely shouldn't have been, and Torre stepping forward to punish so quickly.
I like that we're seeing a lot of action, but XL need to be careful. Like, they definitely have
15.69. While it is nice, it's not a good look overall.
Yeah. Statistically, XL are definitely on the lower end, and they have been struggling. We're looking for an identity, and right now, Misfits are trying to shut them down.
Silence onto Razor. Keep in mind, it no longer blocks tower damage, so Olaf now going to barrel forward. They're going to shoot him down instantly, though. The turn back is here. It has more than enough damage to punish. Cryze, though, fishing, trying to get a little bit more down, trying to get into that Nam range. Isn't quite enough, and doesn't able to do it. No, just enough life coming in from here to survive.
Oh, my word. That was so close, Cryze. If he could have gotten that kill and traded 2 for 2, that's really good for XL, rather. The fact the potential dive, and he's ready to answer. Comes through, Razork takes a bunch of tower shots, and they're able to get that initial kill, but you can then see the burst coming out from this Jace. And at this point, Cryze is like, okay, I could disengage, or I can turn this into a 2v2. I know my tower's going down anyway, let's commit to it. And you can see how close he was. I'm not sure exactly how much HP here it was on, but holy moly, was he not just an inch from death.
Triumph potentially looking quite nice there, as well as the red buff here.
There it is. Look at that.
Now the total gold certainly looking good. Keep in mind, there's also a tier stack in that's well.
Was capitalized on by the high mobility champions of LeBlanc and Alistar. If it wasn't for that quick slide and glide from Checolad, he may very well have lost his life, but XL will have to give up the dragon for now. Good punish there from Misfits, that they're going to try and equalize the dragon score.
Solid start. Mountain Rift coming in as well would feel very good, actually, for the side of Excel with that Cho'Gath and Leona on their team. But both sides not going to feel too bad about it. As Checolad returns to the top side, mythic items now completed and gorging.
Because if the Cho'Gath was able to hold him, then it becomes a lot harder for Misfits to really do anything. You know, they're kind of gated into kind of playing into XL's hand. But now, this part of the map, or this part of the game, is where they have the most agency and where they can look for picks.
Double dash in, Snare going to connect.
Oh, very nice.
Follow-up. Kabe can leap in, a Cathian Rain isolated target. Perfectly timed, too. He gets the evolve and finds a kill within 1 minute. That's what you want to see from the Misfits side.
Some nice LeBlanc mechanics there as well. He knew that the chain connected, and he had a good setup from where his ultimate placed him to allow him to stay within range to land it. Now the TP comes through, they're looking for more blood.
Pantheon on the way in, trying to lock down Patrick, where the feather's going to go. Patrick leaping up into the air, the chain will not connect initially. VTO the backstep for Patrick, trying to get one kill, but no, Razork coming in to take him down.
So many kills are so close for XL, but they do not amount to anything, and this is the problem with globals. Dracos, they are
they can be suffocating because every time you try to make a play somewhere else on the map, suddenly everyone is there. The TP's, of course, helping as well, but let's have a look back at that initial pick. VTO utilizing the lack of vision that he knows XL don't have here in the river, and then see that quick dash that keeps him in range of the route that allows Kobe to then follow up immediately. So they get that quick pick, and you think that the action's over. XL's like, oh, they have multiple people in mid. Oh no, my friend, not quite. The TP, okay, that's pushing it a little bit, but yeah, sure. I think that
AD Kaisa W beats Pantheon Q? Okay, come on.
I'm just saying. You know, that W lands, she all ins, that's kind of put anyway. But LeBlanc, Jace, at the very least, very powerful poke champions. The fact that LeBlanc can just sit in fog, appear out of nowhere, chunk most of your HP, and then dash back to safety is really what makes her terrifying as a champion. And when you synergize that up with the Jace, looks like the VTO has found Cries.
Cries forced to flash. Instant flash out to safety as VTO is going to be forced back here. And you would hope that Cho'Gath could be this immovable object under the tower that says, if you dive in, I'll just silence you, but unable to get into the right position to do so. And now we see Checolad pushing on the side lane. No TP, keep that in mind, but he does have a lot of side lane pressure and a big wave behind him to try to maybe
stop us. And they're like, oh yeah, well, we have to stop you. And like, okay, we'll go do Baron then. Or we'll look for a pick on a side lane, or we'll do whatever we want. So that's what's so scary about these split push comps, having that so much control.
Oh, Razor pushed back, but Checolad is actually going to be the one who's in trouble. Vander leaping in, but a flash out from Checolad, keeping him safe for now. Misfits collapsing. Torre most certainly will go down there, and a big pick to start things off. Keep in mind, no big objectives for Misfits to take off the back of that, just a kill.
I really like how Misfits are using their TP, but you are quite right, because they don't convert it into much right now. It is question.
And I feel like that's Excel are in their element right now. And I would normally be like, oh, you know, 2 dragons for Misfits, that's really good. It means Excel can't play around that win condition, just like you mentioned earlier, but I feel like Misfits are slowing down a bit, having trouble upping the tempo. As I say that, though, Caster Curse, now they're firing back. Kobe on the backside, though. He's the one you have to keep your eyes on. It's so far just a 1-for-1. Hear it in the area. VTO on the backside, though, in the middle of no man's land. Pantheon all going in, though. Feathers fly, the leap in, the knock up, the take down. No Aegis Assault to block that one out. Cry's gonna grab a kill back, and Misfits getting horribly punished for that engage.
So I was going to say that I think that Misfits have actually been playing the game really well so far. I think that they've been able to find good picks, that I like the way that they've utilized the teleports. I think this has been one of their biggest mistakes that XL are now very happy about, because that soul point is going to disappear. The Drake is now going to become a much harder objective to contest around, and instead Baron is going to be a much bigger priority, or at the very least it's going to give XL more time to scale up, as he is going to be able to reach his 3rd item. They're going to have more tools in their kit to be able to disengage from Misfits. And like, you can see it, right? Like, Misfits, when they play like this, it's hard for them to just play straight up front to back. The amount of deep vision in. Parrot very close there. Now, once again, we see the contest over mid wave. XL have double TP, so I'm a little surprised, but they're actually just going to fight it.
Cry's blocking as much damage as he can. Vander in the midst of the entire team. A bit of true damage coming in from the Olaf. Cry's about half health, but Razor getting burned even faster. That's going to be the Gore Drinker, not quite enough to keep him safe. The Jarum's not there either, and Misfits just getting picked off as Torre just barely living. Locket of the Iron. Solari coming in clutch.
So, what I will say is that XL get the team fights that they have been looking for.
If you walk into this Cho'Gath Leona, you are not setting yourself up for success. Eyes on Patrick, though, and Checolad, the big sources of damage. Olaf certainly will be no slouch either, but the 2 hyper carries are the ones you need to watch. Split fight for now. LeBlanc TPing into the mid lane, looking for a fast flank here as Olaf will grab that dragon, but Misfits want to start the fight anyway. An immediate silence comes out from Cries. VTO over the wall. Checolad could be in trouble.
Good fight.
They don't spot him out. The dashing from LeBlanc, they're waiting. He sees his opportunity. Checolad with the pushback, not quite enough though, because the Banshees is there in time, but VTO just getting shredded. XL just grouping up. They are unstoppable. They are a column of meat. They will not be cut down, and VTO just poking them from the outside, but not nearly enough damage here to find any purchase.
Wow. Misfits walked into XL like the animals walked into the Ark. It was just like 1 by 1. They were just kind of lining up, waiting for XL to just cut them down. Patrick is going to get himself another one as well. That will be the ace.
All right, we read a very different Ark story growing up. That's all I'm going to say. But now, XL are set to do this Baron. There is no one here to contest them. It is 9 seconds for Razor. He can Hail Mary. He can come down with that Grand Starfall and pray to steal this, but it does not look like.
But why are they trying to fight? They have double TP. They know that they play the side lanes better. They should be trying to split the map up, trying to create these other points of pressure. Forget the Drake. Instead, just look. Razor goes in. Vander then goes in. But like a really good ultimate from Checolad along with the Zhonya's just buys a bunch of time. But XL's just like this clump that is just focusing one target at a time.
My God, things have gone from bad to absolutely awful for the sides of Misfits. They need to hold on here as best they can, but Betty, it doesn't get easier. There is not really much of a front line for Kobbe to hide behind, and Excel, they are perfectly set up to fight.
Razzle just used the ult.
Forward Vander, though, that's 2 men. They immediately going to delete Patrick. That's exactly how Misfits want to start the fight. They have so much damage, and there is no front line there to block it. Even the Olaf is not strong enough to survive in the face of 5-man strong on the Misfits. Cries going to buy as much space as he can, but the rest of the team forced to retreat, and that Baron advantage instantly deleted by the side of Misfits.
So I think it was Excel with the mistake this time round. Let's see if he can escape. VTO looking for him. He's going to get the root.
Good damage coming in, though. They're going to...
From Cries, yeah.
Here we go. Godzilla. Let's go. He will go down. It takes 4 people. But Cries will drop.
Okay, so that was definitely a big mistake from Excel. I think it's ironic that they played the 1-3-1 and that it was Misfits that forced the 5v3 fight in the production. Nah, that made me laugh. Here is the Misfits Canyon.
Okay, Razor gonna tickle the choke.
So again, we're now in a position where Misfits feel pressured to contest for the Dragon Soul, because the fights are only gonna get harder if they give it up. And Excel's like, great, we're gonna contest for this mid-prio, we don't have teleports, and I would love to see Misfits right now keeping 4 men in mid, trying to contest, while they have someone like Kirit split pushing in bot lane. You know, he has the TP, he can be threatening these towers, and he can create just more points of pressure that Excel have to be worried about. But instead,
to Excel for finding one of the few targets where the poke will actually stick. Torre, not enough tanky stats and no real regen or lifesteal to get him healthy. So it looks like Excel don't want to risk anything on this Drake. They know they don't have to gamble. They will have to fight on the next one, but they're just going to take the extra 5 minutes to wait up, to scale up, and look for a better opportunity to fight. And it makes sense when you see that Torre was within 1-shot range for most of the champions on Misfits' side.
I mean, we talked about it, right? Like, Misfits comp is like a poke pick comp, and we really did get to see some of that poke come out. I wasn't paying attention.
Razor caught out, Cries just running forward, though. Kobbe doing good damage when he's isolated. That said, the knockup is going to connect Cries down the midst of everything. Kirit on the backside. They're holding on for now. They've split Excel up, but Razor has been caught out and will be deleted. That's going to be a jungler gone, but no, Gore Drinker. It's so powerful, it buys a little bit more time. There's a GA there as well. VTO leaping in. They forced out all the major defensive cooldowns, but Misfits, they don't have enough left in the tank to continue to force the fight. It is Excel coming out on top. Excel set up now for another Baron.
Excel just keeps soaking damage. They don't care about the poke as long as it's going on to the right target. Razork is 20 seconds away. He has his ultimate up, and he is going to contest this Baron. Or if they can interrupt Cries here, this will be huge for Misfits.
Oh,
close
timing,
stuff.
just close enough. Now the TP coming in 5K, getting lower. Cho'Gath has the feast up and available. Can they get it? Can they find the miracle steal? But no, Cho'Gath takes it away. VTO on the backside. The rest of the team getting a fight kicked off on their terms. Misfits now retreating. Second Baron of the game for XL as VTO runs for the hills. Kobbe on the backside. They're looking for a split fight. They're looking for their opportunity, but Checolat goes golden, buys a bit more time, and now Kobbe's caught in the face of the Cho'Gath. He goes golden himself, and he's going to get taken down, but instantly it's Razork on the backside. Kirit and VTO still alive. VTO now has to run as Kirit is instantly deleted. Razork getting shredded down as well. Patrick is just unkillable. The beefy boys, the perfect front line for this squishy Xayah, and XL take everything.
And once again, XL take control over the game with the Baron in their back pocket and 3 members left alive. They're looking to run it down mid, and they may very well look to crack the base of Misfits.
Flawless performance. And sadly, for Misfits, it was scattered, but Excel perfectly picking their targets, making it an easy fight for themselves. The Baron is here as well. VTO going to try to land some poke, but it's...
That is a Cries ult. That was a Cries ult plus a Danny. That's all that was.
Yes, it was. But if LeBlanc doesn't build any more tanky stats, that's going to be a one-shot next time that happens.
Oh, they might not have time because XL's just looking to win the game.
Vander getting shredded through, damage burning, VTO trying to do what he can, but Cries is just about unkillable. Patrick uncontested now taking the damage. Cries stepping forward. They're going to look to hit the Nexus. They're going to look to end the game. VTO taking 1. Kobbe moving forward, but it's too little. It's too late. Excel will take the win.
Well played from